Hi, all. We are so glad you're here today. It's after Christmas and before the new year, and there is just no better time to share with all of you that are on the line today what a challenge group really is. So, obviously, if you are here today listening to some of us share a little bit about our stories and what a challenge group really is, there's got to be something inside you that's telling you that this might be for you. So what we're hoping to do for those, of course, that are on the call and those that may listen to this later on is share with you what a challenge group means to us, what it could bring to you, especially as we start a new year in 2017. We know very well that it's kind of that New Year's resolution time, right? We're all in the mindset where we're ready to get healthy and be fit. And I will tell you, the best way to do it is through a challenge group, because it doesn't become a one-day hope and it doesn't become maybe a one-week workout. It can last all year long. So today, just like Erin said, we're going to talk about several different things, including what a challenge group actually is. We're going to talk a little bit about the workouts, some awesome opportunities that actually just became available. Think like the Netflix of fitness. We're going to talk about Shakeology, and we're going to share, and what I think is the best part is some wonderful transformation stories. So just to kick it off, I want to just briefly say hello and introduce my own self. I'm Courtney. I am a mama of two little girls, almost 6-year-old and an almost 7-year-old. I should say 5.5 and almost 7. I currently live in Chicago, although today I'm actually in South Carolina, which is where my sister lives, and she is my best friend, so I'm so fortunate to be here in her beautiful home in beautiful weather in not snowy Chicago. I am a Beachbody coach, and I actually started my Beachbody journey almost exactly 2 years ago. So to be exact, January 5th, 2015, so almost 2-year anniversary. And I started right where most of you are right now. Actually, I can remember at this exact time 2 years ago, my coach asked me if I wanted to join a challenge group. And I will tell you, I said no at first. I said, no, I'm good. I work out at a gym. I'm great at fitness, and I surely wasn't thinking about my nutrition, because at that point, I didn't even want to think about it because it had always been a problem for me. Anyhow, through time and only about a week, and with my coach really asking me what my goals were and starting to explain to me what a challenge group was, I finally said yes. I said yes to that challenge group. But I said, yeah, I'll buy that challenge pack, but I'm not touching the Shakeology because I don't do shakes. I am going to stick to what I do for nutrition. So I started the challenge group, and I know Erin was in it with me as well. She was co-leading it, actually. It was for Insanity Max 30. And that first day, there was something that clicked. And I did the workout, and I loved it. And I will tell you, I was a gym person. And then I tried the shake, and I thought, okay, I'll keep giving it a try. And all of a sudden, I started drinking it more and being a part of that challenge group. And I've never looked back. Every single day, I've been in a challenge group, but even more, I've had my Shakeology. I became a coach almost immediately because this has become my passion, not only for me and to become a better mom and to become a better coworker and wife and daughter and sister, but to help others. And that's what a challenge group is all about. It's about coming together, oftentimes virtually, holding each other accountable, being there for each other. Honestly, you build the best of friends, and I'm sure some of us will share those stories, and you achieve your goals. And nobody's competing with each other. You don't have to be fearful of people kind of comparing and all of those things. That's not what this is about. A challenge group is about accountability. So as we go throughout the call today, each of us are going to share little tidbits about how it really works and the power of challenge groups. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Laura, who is going to share her transformation story with us.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for making it to the call. I know the coaches and myself are just so passionate about what we do, so we really appreciate giving us the opportunity to share our passion with you. So I live in the Indianapolis area in Fishers. I am a teacher at an elementary school, and I have 2 kids that are 3 and 5. And I also have a husband who is gone a lot. He's a pilot, so he's gone 4 or 5 days a week. And after I had my second child, my daughter, I was noticing that I couldn't get to the Y anymore to work out. I absolutely love their workout classes and group exercise classes, but it just wasn't happening. There was no way that I was going to put my kids in daycare again after they had been in daycare all day while working. So I just stopped. I stopped taking care of myself. My daughter Brooke was about 20 months old when I began my journey. We are pulled in so many different directions, and I was lost. I was mentally exhausted, physically exhausting. I wasn't eating right. I wasn't working out, and I was just trying to make it day by day. And I just kind of had a thought like, I don't think life should be like this. I was in such a low place. I lost my self-confidence. I just felt like I wasn't the mom I was supposed to be. I wasn't the wife I was supposed to be. And I knew there had to be a solution. And so just through social media, I saw Erin Young's page, and she had like a free clean eating group that I joined. And I figured out through her how to make it work, how to make my nutrition become better, how to work out at home. Oh my gosh, that has been the biggest time saver. And I joined her challenge group. I actually got the challenge pack for my Mother's Day gift. My husband, asked me what I wanted, and I said, I want this challenge pack. And he's like, are you serious? And I was like, yes, I am to the point where I have to do something. And I have to start taking care of myself so that I can be the mom that I want to be. I just felt like I was always irritated and frustrated and yelling, and all I wanted to do was get them in bed for that hour of me time. So after I did the 21-day fix, and I lost 8 pounds and 10 inches in that first month of my journey. And what I love about it is it was just all real food. And I had done another company before where you take lots of supplements and pills, and they were loaded with caffeine, and they worked temporarily, but I couldn't keep up with the cost of them. And I just knew that this isn't something you can stick with. So then when I found Beachbody and saw that the nutritional plan and Shakeology were just the real deal, and who would have thought working out and eating healthy would help you lose weight? And so that's how my journey started. And just like Courtney, I became a coach right away because I loved my Shakeology and wanted to help others, and the rest is history. And my biggest thing is the challenge group gives me a sense of community with other people that are like-minded, lots of moms in the same stage of life as me, lots of working people that are trying to fit all this in. There is so much positivity in the challenge group that you don't get at work, and work brings us down a lot. And having this virtual group on your phone in an app to look at during the day with a motivational quote or someone that cares enough about you to cheer you on with your journey is where it's at. It works because we are supporting each other, and your coach is constantly checking in with you and trying to help you through things. So that's my story and why I love challenge groups. So I am not sure what's next on the agenda. Let me pull it up.
We'll turn it to Erin. Yeah.
Erin. Yep.
I love that, Laura, and I love that you said that it's this like community of people, because to be honest, tonight to meet with you guys, I'm like so much happier right now because I got to close the door and come hang out with you guys, and like all the mess that's out of my living room post Christmas, like I don't have to think about it, and I just get to surround myself with awesome people. So it's a huge part of why I love challenge groups too, why I love our community, because it's just a place where you can connect with people that are like you. And I love that so much. And I'm so proud of you and your journey, Laura. You have come so far. I think it's so amazing. But you guys, I'm Erin Young, and I've been a coach for almost 5 years, which blows my mind. And so I am going to share a little bit of my transformation story with you guys tonight. But first, I just kind of want to talk about workout options that are available to you when you join a challenge group. Laura talked about the 21-day fix. Courtney's already mentioned Insanity Max 30. And I just want to let you know that some things that you should keep in mind is that there is a workout option that is seriously perfect for you right now in the place that you are. And I'm not sure why we're dinging every time I asked it. Whatever. It's okay. We'll just ignore and keep going. But anyway, wherever you are right now and what changes that you want to make right now. Like there is something available for you. There's a really cool option, Beachbody On Demand, which we will cover this evening with you, which I'm sure you've heard a lot of amazing buzz about. But something that I think is good advice for you guys that are just kind of starting this journey and getting started is that you need to know and consider what workout options are going to be inspiring to you or something that you can commit to. Because right now, like for example, I love Core de Force and I'm so 100% in that. But that may not be something that is right for you right now, and that's okay. And so it's important for you to say, okay, how much time do I have each day to work out? What kind of equipment do I have at home? What do I enjoy doing? Do I like dancing? Does the music matter? Do I really enjoy weightlifting? Or maybe I have some modifications that I need to make because I have a knee injury or I've had a back surgery. Those are all things that I want you guys to consider, and definitely make sure you have those conversations with your coach about. Because when someone's interested in joining a challenge group, I'm always like, what kind of workouts do you like? And what kind of, physical ailments are you dealing with? Or what changes are you wanting to make in your body? Because we can match you up with a program that is going to meet you where you are right now, and then allow you to go throughout your journey and continue moving up and making great, crazy, amazing changes. I started my journey with Insanity, which, to be quite honest, I would never recommend anyone to do that, but I had something to prove to myself, I think, and so we will definitely make sure that we find the right fit for you. And that is going to be no problem whatsoever. But we have programs that are 21 days, that are, 30 days, that are 60 days. We have programs that are going to help you, lose fat and gain lean muscle. We have programs that are going to help you lean out your core. We have everything. So honest truth is that there is a program that you're going to be able to do no matter what stage you are in. And no matter and you don't have to do the same program your coach is doing or what everyone else is doing around you. There's something perfect for you right now. And we're excited for you guys to find the right fit. And so that is just something that we want to make sure that you have that conversation with your coach about. Okay. So I'm going to pass it back to Laura, and she is going to talk more about the secret sauce here, which is nutrition, because this is the true game changer and where we really love to help everyone as coaches do.
Okay, so nutrition. For me, nutrition is everything. I could work out all day long, but if my nutrition is not on track, I might as well not work out. Truly, honestly, my metabolism is slower. My genes are not in my favor. And so nutrition throughout this process, I've really just come to terms with, I have to have good nutrition. And what's great about Beachbody is the challenge pack that you get. Not only do you get the workouts, but you get a whole nutrition guide. I have the hammer and chisel one right here in my hands. It was just the one I had in my kitchen. So in this nutritional guide, most of them go with the portion control containers that came from the 21-day fix. They're different colors for different types of food groups. And then based on your measurements, you get so many of those colored containers in a day. And since the 21-day fix came out, a lot of programs have transitioned that same program to match it. So in the guide, it gives you food lists. So your green container is veggies. So these are all of the veggies that you can have. Then purple is fruits. These are the most, the best fruits to have. And then red is your proteins and so on. So there's all of these food lists within the nutritional plan. Plus there's recipes in the back. But what the best thing about the nutritional plan and challenge groups is within the challenge groups, we teach you how to plan for your week, how to plan your meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, how to prep. Prepping is huge to keep yourself on track, especially if you work. I'll spend 1 or 2 hours on the weekend chopping everything, cooking my meat, so then all I have to do when I come home is maybe steam some veggies or saute some veggies, and my dinner is healthy, it's ready to go. I know I am starving by dinner time, and that was like my window where I would start to reach for things that weren't on my plan. So if it's ready to go, I have no option to reach for the snacks. But with a gym, you don't get the nutritional support unless you pay extra for a personal trainer. And that was the big thing for me, is that since nutrition is so important for my body, I needed that support almost more than the fitness support. And we are constantly sharing recipes and links to recipes and Pinterest pages. That's my favorite part about challenge groups, are all of the different recipes that you get to put in your bag of tricks, and how to modify things. And like for the time of year, like for summer, we talked a lot about like, oh, we're going to a cookout. Like, what are some options that we can take with us for this pitch-in at a cookout that are going to help keep us on plan? Same with the holidays. The challenge groups this month were all about staying strong during the holidays and what food options and are the best for you. So the nutritional plan is top notch. It's easy to follow, and it works. It's all clean foods. It's all real stuff. And Shakeology is a big part of that, and we'll talk about that too. But nutrition is, for me, something I have to have in check. So
I love that. Thank you, Laura. Well, and I think too that so much of our motivation for staying focused on our nutrition comes in those challenge groups. I mean, that's it too, because when you're checking in and you're holding yourself accountable to what you're eating, that is huge. I mean, that's what I didn't want to be, the girl that didn't show up that day or failed or, I'm super competitive though. So it's a really good environment for me. So I'm back, you guys, and I'm going to tell you kind of a little quick version of my success story as a challenger. And the reason that I'm coaching today is because of my experience in my challenge group. And because I had some incredible results and an amazing experience. And I was like, I have to help one other person feel this way and have this kind of experience. And so that's why I'm where I am today. It's because of my challenge group, because it literally changed my life. And it was so simple. It really was. But the thing of it is this time of year, 5 years ago, I was searching for a solution. And this opportunity to be part of a challenge group kept coming up in my face, because my coach, Tracy, who is my high school friend, she kept inviting me to her challenge group. And I kept saying no, because I was too stubborn. I didn't want to fail in front of people who knew me. Okay, because I was the person that would go on a diet but not tell anyone and just hope for the best. And I always try to lose the same 10 pounds for literally 10 years of my life, and was always disappointed in how I was feeling and how I looked. And even though my husband told me I looked beautiful and gorgeous, I still felt not good. And so I said no for 2 months, and I really regret that, because I kind of wish I would have started sooner, but whatever, that's water under the bridge. So I finally said yes, but as a huge skeptic. And as someone who really was so hesitant about spending money on myself, and because I thought this is some like scammy, salesy thing, it's a fad. And I was really, really hesitant to pay, because I thought there'd be red tape and this and that and sign up this here, there, and whatever, bombardment of junk. Okay. And, but I saw that Tracy was successful. And I also saw that our other friend from high school had joined her too. And she was totally somebody who did her research first. So I was like, well, okay, if Jenny's doing it, I'll do it. And so I reluctantly said yes. Okay. Which is kind of crazy. And then the funny thing is that the day that my challenge pack arrived is that I canceled I canceled my Shakeology that was supposed to be on auto ship and all this kind of stuff. And I was like, this is not going to work for me. Like from the beginning, I was like, this is not going to be me. This is not my thing. All I need is the workout. I only need this insanity workout and my life will be forever changed. And that was so not true. I needed everything. I needed the whole package, which was also the accountability and support. Because the first day I pushed play on that workout, you guys, I barely, I don't even know if I made it through the warm up. Okay. Because that's how bad out of shape I was. Today, the ironic thing today is that I taught an insanity class tonight, live group fitness class for an hour. The thing is that You never know where your life will end up from saying yes. Okay. No matter all the objections and the crazy thoughts that are in your head about how this is really just a fad, or this is just a gimmick, or this is just a sales thing, it truly is not. And you need to push those like voices down, because saying yes will open yourself up to so many other changes in your life. It will begin the ripple effect. And it did for me. Because my life is totally different today because I said yes to my friend Tracy from high school. And because I listened to a little small voice in the back of my head that said, what if? Okay, well, what if this worked? Because I was always an athlete. I was always somebody that could do it myself. I did triathlons, for crying out loud, but I had children. I got married to a man who did not work out or eat clean. And I just went downhill real quick. And I could not get my way. I could not climb out of that at all. I didn't know how to do it. I went to the grocery store knowing like that I needed to eat better, but I had no clue what to buy. I had no clue how to prepare it. I had no clue what I was doing. And I was not pushing play on Jillian Michaels in my basement without somebody holding me accountable. And so it was the true magic of being in a group and having a coach and having not just a workout program that told me what workouts to do every day, but also having a nutritional plan that taught me how to eat. And then having my coach Tracy there to show up for me every day, so I would show up for me every day. And I learned through my challenge group that I was way stronger than I ever imagined, that I could complete an entire program, that I could lose weight by eating more food because I learned how to eat the right foods, and that Shakeology wasn't a fad or a gimmick, and that when I spent money on myself and invested money in myself, that I actually saved money, okay? Because I was spending money on a shake that was $4 a day, essentially, but then I wasn't spending $5 a day on a mocha grande, non-fat, no-whip mocha. Hold the whip, for crying out loud, right? I was saving money because I wasn't spending money on junk. And then I never got sick. And this is honest truth. Like, I wasn't getting sick. I wasn't going to the doctor. I wasn't getting antibiotics. Like, it was crazy because I gave to me and took care of me and invested money in me. My life has forever changed, and we've saved money. And then I was able to help other people, but that's just the icing on the cake. But that's a long story short. In my first challenge group, I lost 13 pounds. I lost like 3 or 4 pant sizes, and I felt amazing. I was glowing from the inside out. And I truly then believed in me and that I could do some really hard things in my life. And it really was very empowering to me and started and created a huge ripple effect for the rest of my life. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I'm going to pass it over to Courtney. I've mentioned Shakeology a few times, and so she's going to give you guys some more information about that.
Thanks, Erin. Such a great story. And if you are here and talking to Erin, she is an amazing person, and you just have to listen to her story. So she is a mentor and a leader to all of us. So Erin mentioned, I'm going to talk a little bit more about Shakeology. And what is so funny is I, just like maybe others, was that big skeptic. So I'm going to be a little vulnerable right now so I can share this and maybe put this into a picture. I can remember the day in college, so thinking back many years, I'm not going to say how many years, thinking back many years in which I tried out for the cheerleading team at my university. I was that kind of person growing up that kind of made everything, and I'm not saying that to be boastful. I was just very, very blessed to, make cheerleading and be a part of show choir, and I get great grades, and of course I worked my tail off for it, but I didn't really lose very much. I know that again sounds terrible, but I just grew up getting through things very, very well and making the teams that I tried out for. And I went to try out for cheerleading in college, and I didn't make the team. So the first part of that is, thank God that happened, because everybody needs to go through something like that. And there's many, many more stories in my life of overcoming, which I'll share throughout, but I just want to share this one to paint the picture of Shakeology. The part that was life-changing, though, in a negative way, was the reason that was told to me the minute I was told I didn't make the squad. And the lady looked me in the face and said, Courtney, you didn't make it because you're too fat. So I'll probably start crying because that's my why. The first time in my life ever that I looked at myself and thought, oh my gosh, I am fat. And I had never thought that before. I had gone through my whole life never having those struggles through high school and college. And it was that day that I decided that I wasn't going to eat much anymore because that was going to solve it. And I was going to start going to the gym for hours on end because therefore I will not be fat anymore. And I will show that lady who's boss, because that's also kind of my personality, especially internally. And I did that, and I lost 20 pounds or more. And of course, everybody's sitting there telling me how great I looked, all the way until they realized, oh boy, she's eating saltines and candy, and maybe that's it all day. And she's starting to look frail, and she's starting not to be very nice because your mood gets impacted. So I had a lot of people kind of try to intervene, and unfortunately some broken friendships because it's very hard. Well, needless to say, let's fast forward. I did make it through that. I had my ups and downs as I graduated from college and started my career, actually at a company that I'm still at. And then I got pregnant. And I will tell you, the first time I was pregnant, the first time I had 2 children that I was pregnant, was the first time where I finally could stop thinking about that woman in my head and realize that it was about my child. So for the first time, I actually ate food and didn't feel guilty. So there was a moment in my life where I didn't have that guilt. Then, obviously, I had my child, beautiful, healthy child. I started to do okay. I really tried to focus on it. And then had my second little baby who just walked in the room. So let's have her say hi real quick, and then she's going to go back to Mom. Come here. Come say hi. This is Peyton. Say hi. She's our cook. This is little Peyton. Hey, what? Go get Mom, okay? You do me a favor with Mom? Yeah. All right, I'm going to come back to that story, if you don't mind, and share a little bit about Shakeology. So this little one's ears are okay in hearing this. So let me jump to Shakeology, and I'll bring it all back at the end. So fast forward. I joined my challenge group in January of 2015, and I started drinking Shakeology. And at that time in my life, and think that this is, gosh, she's what, five years after I had my second little baby, that I was back to drinking cup of soup and eating Jolly Ranchers and as many Diet Mountain Dews as I possibly could for breakfast at work. I have an office job, and doing so for as long as I possibly could in the day until maybe dinner time, in which maybe I would find something else pretty unhealthy to eat, unfortunately. And that was the life that I was living because my mind was going back in that place. And then all of a sudden, come on, Mom, let's grab her. Then all of a sudden, can you go get Mom? I'll be right back. Then all of a sudden I started drinking Shakeology, and truly things changed. Go ahead, please. Please. I really need help. Thank you. Sorry, guys. I really need help. Sorry, my mom's here too. She's helping me. So anyway, I started drinking Shakeology, and what's important about Shakeology is that it is real nutrition that really brought me to the place in which I could eat breakfast, get the nutrients I need, and all of a sudden my body started getting healthier and my skin was healthier and I wasn't craving junk food, and things really started to change. And I haven't looked back on that because Shakeology is what snapped me out of that horrible thought that you can wait all day to eat and then have terrible nutrition. So anyhow, Shakeology is a superfood. It's not just a protein shake. It's not just a quick fix diet supplement per se. It has all of the superfoods that you need. It's got all of the different ingredients that you need. I might have a few people jump in because my daughter is screaming right now, but she's missing me. I'm sorry. It has all of the amino acids. It has all of the probiotics, prebiotics, everything that you can imagine, and it changed my life. I'm gonna go back real quick and share the rest of the story, and then I'll be done because I know we got to move on. Let's go back real quick because I think this is the important part. So anyway, I had my first child, then I had my second child, and I noticed after baby number 2 that it started to go downhill again. And as if you are a mom, or even if you're not, you realize that they're watching and seeing everything you're doing. And they were watching me eat gummy bears for dinner. Yeah, I worked out like a crazy person, which wasn't necessarily good either. And luckily I backed down, but I was eating terribly. My nutrition was horrible. And I realized it was impacting my kids. And that is when I had my wake-up call. And there was a calling that said, Courtney, join this darn challenge group and drink that Shakeology, because you need to show not only yourself, but also your children that healthy and strong is the name of the game. And I am on a battle every day. Nutrition has become more of my friend, but it surely isn't my best friend yet. But every single day I wake up, and because of Shakeology, and because of the challenge groups and the support I have from all of these people and so many more, I'm not focusing on the skinny anymore. It's not about fat or skinny, it's about your own journey. And Shakeology truly has brought that strength to me. So give it a shot if you're even a skeptic, and remember that this is your journey, and it's about healthy and strong, and that's what Shakeology really brings. It is the real deal. It's no Slim Fast, not even close. One more quick topic, and then I'll pass it over. I'm so sorry for the disruption. Beachbody On Demand. So we mentioned it. We're not going to get into too many details, but I'm a traveling working mom. So I have a corporate job and an HR executive at a Fortune 300 company. So the reason I share that is because if you need to work out anytime, anywhere, in a hotel room, outside, on the roof, anywhere you want to go, at a pool deck, at work, at your house, in the kitchen, Beachbody On Demand is the way to go. It's like Netflix, but every single workout. And as of 3 days ago, you can get access to all of the programs and your Shakeology, and there's no better way to do it. And we could go on and on, but make sure you talk to your coach about that opportunity, because it is the best opportunity that I've honestly ever seen. And I do my workouts with my phone every single day when I'm on the road. So it's incredible. All right, I'll pass it on. Again, sorry to be so lengthy. I think, Jenny, you're up, girl.
Hi, guys. My name is Jenny, and I kind of feel like the old dog here that learned some new tricks because I'm a mom of 4, and I didn't jump onto my journey until I was 42 years old. So I do kind of feel like I was kind of late to the game. And you may have thought, wow, Erin said no to her coach for two months.
You mean Jenny?
No.
Oh.
Sorry, my daughter's here. I said no to Erin, who is my friend and lives across the street from me, for 2 years. Yes. She gave me Shakeology samples. I put them in my cupboard. She'd ask me if I drank them. I'm like, no, not yet. And I was probably just afraid it was going to work because I had tried so many things. I know we've all tried those yo-yo diets. I hadn't done any other type of network marketing, like Laura mentioned, with pills or supplements or anything. But anything Dr. Oz told me to do, I ran to GNC and I got it. It doesn't work. And I would throw in that DVD, 2 or 3 times a week and thought that should work, and that didn't work. And when nobody else in your house is on board, like Russ and I did try the South Beach diet, and man, when 2 people are trying not to eat carbs, you just want to stuff a French fry in their face and make them eat it because it is not pleasant to be around them. So I finally got to a point almost 3 years ago that I was tired. Nothing in my closet fit. I didn't feel good. I'm a mom of 4 kids, stay at home, and I knew there had to be more. And I had been watching Erin for over 2 years and thought, what the hell? I mean, I might as well give this a try. Kind of like Erin, I was a huge skeptic. Like everybody, we're all a huge skeptic when it comes to Shakeology, and spending that kind of money on myself every month, and even the time to do your workout every single day. But it is the best thing I've given myself and the best thing I've given my family. And I will tell you, I still remember where I was in my car. It was a Wednesday because I started my program on a Monday. Erin was at school teaching. I left her a voicemail almost in tears because I knew in 3 days my life had changed because I was eating real foods. Like I was actually eating foods like Courtney saying like, we don't eat. You think you have to starve yourself to lose weight. And so you don't eat foods. I found myself eating foods. I found myself really enjoying a chocolate milkshake every single day and feeling sore from my workouts, which meant they were working and that I could get an effective workout in my home. So I knew within 3 days that I had found the solution. Like Erin has used that word before. And I will tell you that group, I knew nobody in that accountability group besides Erin, not a single person, which was probably maybe a good thing to begin with, because like Erin said, you're afraid to fail. And so it's easier to be surrounded by people you don't know. But those people did become my friends. And I still remember there was a woman that was older than me, so I wasn't the oldest dog. Like, she would run and she would press play, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, she's done both of those things already. I better go press play, because I can't let her have gone for a 2-mile run and did the upper fix, and I haven't done anything. So it did drive you as well, because I know those group fitness, you work a little bit harder because you're surrounded by those people, but the accountability groups are the same thing. You're surrounded by those same people, and they drive you and they push you and they motivate you. And it's really just, it's magical. And I've been in an accountability group since April of 2014. Whether I'm in one of Erin's or I've been leading my own, even as a coach, I need my challengers to push me and to keep me accountable, to make me do the things I need to do. Even my daughter, who works out with me sometimes too. But I wanted to share just 2 fun stories that happened in my recent Core de Force group. Much like myself, not knowing a single person, I have a lot of, I live in Noblesville, and I have a lot of locals from Noblesville in this group. But ironically, none of them know each other. They're all from different schools and different walks of life. And in the last 2 weeks, 2 amazing things have happened. So the first was, these 2 moms, we're doing Core de Force together. We hang out, every day. They go to their kids' Christmas parties last week, and they look across the room and they realize that they're in our accountability group together. So their girls are in their same class. Their girls are friends. And here they were. It was just like a, moment. And I think they ran across the room and were like, oh my God, because they felt like we all feel, there's like 12 of us, and we have really clicked and gelled, and we've become a family. So that was so cool. And then I've got another 2 that kind of hooked up as accountability partners, just one-on-one to have more support. And I'm not proud to say they were at Sid's, which is a local tavern. But it is the holidays, right? Okay. So they're both at Sid's. They don't know this, but the one recognizes the other. And so she texts her and she's like, are you at Sid's? And she's like, yeah, I am. And so they ran to each other and found each other. And and both of these happened within like 9 days of each other. And I just think that is so powerful, because these women feel like they're best friends because of the community that we've created. And that is just so powerful, especially if there is nobody in your house working out with you. When I first started, nobody was working out with me. They supported me, don't get me wrong, but they weren't in the trenches with me. And you need to be surrounded with people in the trenches with you that get it, that understand that dynamic strength sucks. And you want to tell somebody about it because they understand. And it's crucial. The accountability groups are just crucial. So that's my take on accountability groups and challenge groups. And I hope to not ever be in one or running one. But I'm also here to talk to you about the Health Bet and the Challenge Tracker app. So when we all first started, many of us coaches ran our accountability groups, and some may still, in a Facebook group. It was a private group. We hung out. We chatted. Well, Beachbody has come up with their own Facebook per se. It's an app. It's free. And that is where we hang out. That's where your coach usually will post at least once a day to motivate and inspire you. And you have the opportunity as a challenger to log your Shakeology, to log your workout, to share pictures about it, to share how bad dynamic strength sucks, how, you felt like a badass because of what you just did. And then everybody can see it in the group, and we can support each other. We can comment, we can like. And so that's where we kind of hang out. So Beachbody has taken that to another level. And in January, starting January 9th, they're having what we call the Health Bet, because they know everybody is jumping on board with their New Year's resolutions. I'm calling them promises this year to all my people, that they're not, because you're not going to break a promise. You're going to break a resolution, but you're not going to break your promise. So it's for 4 weeks. And during those 4 weeks, you use this app, and which is great because you don't have the noise of Facebook. It's on your phone. It's on you can access it on your computer or your iPad. And you log 5 Shakeologies a week at least. And if you're not doing 7, I don't know why not. But you would do 5 Shakeologies at least with a picture. And then you post at least 3 workouts a week. And once again, take it from me. I've done the 3 workouts a week. They don't work. You need to do more than that. But that's the minimum. And if you do that for 4 weeks, Beachbody has guaranteed a $2 million pot, and it could go up as high as $3 million. We've not heard we won't hear a final number until January because it's based on challenge packs that are being sold, those people deciding to commit in November and December. So it could be as high as $3 million. So if you do your 5 Shakeologies with pictures, can't be the same picture. You got to spice it up. You got to do different pictures. And you do 3 workouts and you do that for 4 weeks, you get to share in the pot. Yes, Beachbody is just going to give you money to get healthy and fit in January. So that's how the Challenge Tracker app works. It makes me think of Hunger Games, like injecting a challenge tracker into my body, doesn't it?
That's the strangest thing I've heard today.
And then you get money. They did this in September, and I won't tell you what I spent my money on because it's not healthy, but it was fun. I mean, yeah, it was a picture of margaritas. I just told you. I shared it, though. And I think that's all.
Thank you. And Jenny, it's funny. I was just thinking about what I spent mine on as well, and I'm sure I bought like a workout tank top and maybe a margarita.
I wanted to add one more thing, because one thing that Laura talked about with taking all these supplements and there were different supplements for different things. There were probiotics. There were, stop the carb from being ingested into my body, or there's all these things, these different pills that you got to take for everything. Shakeology is all in one. Everything is in this drink. It's health. It's your nutrition. You don't need fat blasters and carb blasters and take this pill before you eat pizza. No, what we're doing is what we learned in high school, what we learned in elementary school. It's the food pyramid. It's exercise. It's moving every day. It's the solution, you guys.
Perfect summary. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. And then most importantly, we're going to open up the door for questions. Also keep in mind, if you don't feel comfortable asking questions or typing in the questions in the chat, please reach out to the person who invited you today. We are here to answer questions. We are here to help you hopefully make a decision that really could change your life. So to summarize everything, what we hope today is that you really had a chance to take in and over the next day or so digest what we shared with you. Hopefully you've gathered that we are real people with real stories, who have things that happen that we may not expect, who have tried many different ways to possibly become healthier and have found our own solution through challenge groups. And we're not alone. There are thousands of people who are part of our team and also just around the world that are a part of this community. I know that several of us mentioned it, but the health that you will find within yourself is incredible, but the friendships and the connections you will make are just as incredible. And that part is hard to speak about until you feel it, but I will tell you that I am able to step away from my corporate job and even my mommy responsibilities at time, and like Erin said, come together with people who truly care, who are maybe on a similar journey, maybe some different goals, but a similar journey, and can help understand the ups and downs that we have in our lives. And it's fun. We have a lot of fun. We are not perfect. As you can probably tell from the call, I can tell you I'm surely not. We're not perfect. We're here to help each other. We're here to help you remain accountable. And to be quite frank, although we don't talk a lot about the cost of everything here because we can get into details with you on the option that works for you, the cost is very small, especially compared to every other option that I've ever seen out there, and it works. So like I said at the beginning of the call, you joined this call for a reason. There was, again, something in your gut, in your thought, that this may be a solution for you. So I challenge you. I challenge you to think about it, digest this, and either today or tomorrow, make that commitment. I know that you are here for a reason. I know that you can do this. You've got to believe in you first, and we will provide all the support once you do. So with that, I'd like to open the door to any of the other coaches that are on the call if you'd like to share anything else, and then, of course, for any questions. Any questions?
I'm glad you said that perfection is something that's just unrealistic. You know, I think that's something too that we think that we have to be, when we say yes to starting this new lifestyle change, that it means we're going to be depriving ourselves of all of our wonderful favorite things. But what I've learned is that I've learned enjoying what I love in moderation, or finding new, healthier ways to enjoy pizza. I mean, I still have a margarita every single week and I still get results, but it's because I've learned the container system. And I mean, I've tried and failed and tried and failed. So yeah, don't ever think that perfection is something that's necessary. Absolutely. I'm glad you said that. Yeah, let's hear questions. Anybody have any questions whatsoever? Last chance. Are we good? Okay, you guys. Well, I'm going to stop the recording. I want to thank you all first before I do for making the call tonight, to our coaches who are on here, supporting everyone here, and to those of you guys who joined our call tonight. I really appreciate it. And those of you who are watching the playback too. There is a reason, exactly what Courtney said, that you tuned in tonight and why you're watching this. And it is imperative that you do act quickly to be able to be included in our health bet groups. We want you to be included in that. And so there is a timeliness to your decision. And so that means that making a decision tonight or tomorrow at the latest. And we don't want to rush you, but we want you to be prepared to start the health bet with all of your goodies and all of your resources, and be able to figure everything out and to start your best in January, in the new year, so you can follow through with the promises that you make to yourself as well. Okay, so thank you guys so incredibly much for being here tonight.